Well, I was Lauren again.
Hank.
Hank.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Hank.
Nice to meet you.
Those are what we call first introductions. This is Lauren. I'm here with Hank from Kuroma. And what's going on?
Not much. Just played a concert.
How was that? What's it like to be up on stage and perform?
It was really cool. It was first time we ever played as 5-piece. We practiced as a 3-piece just for this week, and then the other guitar player and the keyboardist that was the first time we ever played together, pretty much.
How was it being on stage with them? Was there any like problems or like did everything go like magically amazing for you?
Yeah, it went great, and yeah, it was really cool. The guy to my left, James, other guitar player, helped me make the album, and he and I went to camp together since we were 8.
What type of camp was it?
Just a boys camp, like outdoors camp, like mountain biking, mountain climbing, whitewater, everything. Me and James were tandem canoe partners, whitewater. It's in the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina. It's fantastic, the best time of my life.
That's awesome. I've never been whitewater rafting. Is it like
Did you go to boys camp?
I did not go to boys camp. I was that kid who was afraid
I
was afraid of going to camp. That's probably what I'll do to my kids, because you've turned out fine, Hank, and I've turned out like a mess. I just can't deal with myself anymore.
Your colors are great, though.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I mean, some people, they don't like the colors, but
no,
I got to rep my hood.
Those are hot colors, too, right now. These are 2009 colors.
And 2009
it's like a neon Florida Gators.
So Hank, what inspired you to get into performing music?
I mean, not to sound like lots of people, but it was Nirvana. I mean, Kurt Cobain.
Like, is there anything specifically about Kurt Cobain that you just...
Everything. I was obsessed with him completely.
Favorite?
And he's a really, really, really good performer.
Did you ever get to see him?
No.
Have you watched the MTV Nirvana Unplugged?
Yeah, no, I watched it when it premiered when I was like 11 or whatever. That was really good.
What's the one band you're the most ashamed to tell people you're influenced by? I don't know if you'll do that or not, but if there's like a band that you're just like, you'd never want to tell anyone this is like who's influenced your music.
God, it's really hard to say because I've been into really bad music. Especially when I was like in 3rd grade, I liked lots of adult contemporary music, like on the radio, like Amy Grant, and like I really liked. I was crazy about that Mr. Big song. So I guess those are
Mr. Big.
Embarrassing.
Is that a commercial song?
No, it's
Mr. Big Stuff. Mr. Big Stuff.
Deep inside my heart, you know.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know that song either.
I'm gonna go look it up.
You guys are losers.
we are. That's what we're trying to tell people. That's why we're here right now, is to solidify our absolute.
But that is a really good song, and me and I think Nick, drummer, Kuroma, I think we put on Amy Grant the other day, and those are really well written songs, like really insanely well written songs. I'm not even kidding. Like her verses build into the chorus melodies and they just keep trickling into each other, and then it starts over again, rather than like you have this and then you have that. Like it's like Motown, like the Supremes, just incredible at that.
Oh, no, that was really good. I was sitting here about to talk mad smack about Amy Grant, and you said that. I'm like, you know what? He's right.
I guess she's really cheesy, but I mean, like, she has songwriting powers. Me and my sister named our first cat after Amy. She just died like 3 years ago.
I'm sorry.
I mean, we called her Amy after Amy Grant, so I meant to say.
What is the best concert you have personally ever attended as a fan?
Probably just the coolest all-around total environment and musical live experience was I saw Radiohead in Ferrara, Italy.
Wow.
In this not tiny, but like a piazza that only had 1,200 people. So it's a really small space, like surrounded by really, really ancient, Italian architecture, like closed into this piazza. It was really, and they just it was so good.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see any way of that being a bad show. Performing live yourself, are there any highlights of shows that you've played, new bands you've got to open for, festivals you've got to do that are just, they stand out in your mind?
When I was in high school with, I had a high school band with Nick Robbins, the guy I mentioned earlier who plays drums in Kuroma, and Andrew from MGMT. We had a high school band together in Memphis, and one time we got to open for our high school heroes, this band called Big Ass Truck. I guess I'll just leave it at that.
Cool. I mean, that's cool. That's definitely awesome. And you have a new album out. Kuroma has a new album out called Paris. And what's behind Paris? What is Paris? What should it be?
What should it be?
What should it be? You get to declare it right now with a giant hammer.
In a word, transmutilation.
Transmutilation. Do we have a definition on that?
We'll get one.
Yeah.
We'll get one.
Yeah,
all
you'll
right.
get one.
So transmutilation.
Yeah, you'll get it.
Hey, new words are made up all the time. Is that
it a new
that
word?
a new word or?
Yeah, it's like a new way of thinking, entirely new way of thinking.
Wow. So you're bringing something completely and totally new to it.
You're bringing a revolutionary philosophy
Right, yeah, like
with this album.
Revolutionary, just mode of being and thought, and not being. That sounds like new age bullshit.
And we definitely do not want to promote new age bullshit here.
I don't either.
I was going to cut that out if
I
you
hate
were
that
promoting.
shit.
Let's
Don't
just take this
suck
moment
at
right
new
now to
age
say new
bullshit.
age stuff sucks.
New age stuff sucks. I don't know why people are working on it.
Any bands that you're listening to right now that you would like to give shout outs
Yeah,
to?
sure. I'd like to give a few shout outs. My favorite band, well, I mean, I just think the best new music is by Francis and the Lights. Just look up Francis and the Lights. And I don't know, I like the new RTX album. But I mean, I listen just mainly to a lot of old stuff, I guess. Or like older. Another shout out. Amazing Baby. I like Amazing Baby. MGMT, check out MGMT.
I don't think anyone's heard of them before.
Check out MGMT.
I know you toured with them. How was that experience? When were you touring with MGMT?
I toured with them from our first tour on Oracular Spectacular, which was in like October 2007, opening up of Montreal, up until South by Southwest.
2008.
Yeah, but we also opened for Fiery Furnaces, and then we did kind of a dual headlining tour with Yesayer. But I mean, it was awesome. Like, they called me like shortly after I finished my album and asked if I wanted to play in the band or like come up to New York. So I mean, I just spent all summer in New York, and it was one of the best times of my life. And then playing, I mean, I love that album. I still like it a lot. And those songs are really fun to play. Some of them are like insanely fun to play.
Even though it's so overplayed, like at this point, it's still so great to listen to. I still listen to it all the time.
Well, I mean, like the more like dance songs are. I mean, I've been hearing those since for 6 years. They've had those forever. Like Kids has been around since for 6 years.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I mean, like those dance songs are from when they were in college. The new songs are like the more fucked up psychedelic songs, and those are the ones that are really fun to play.
I thought it was any final parting words to folks, about your music. Shout outs to yourself. Shout outs to yourself, Hank, right now.
I can't do that. I'm not good at signing off. You're gonna have to do it for me.
Okay. Hey guys, this is Lauren. We just got done talking with Hank Kuroma here. You should go check out their new album, Paris. And Hank, real quick question here. Would it be fine with you if we posted this interview at our website, youtellconcerts.com?
Yeah, you can post this interview at your website, youtellconcerts.com.
Do you know why, Hank?
Why?
Because when you tell concerts,
It's cooler. That's the slogan, Hank.